Gamers? Hello? Cookies, thanks for the supporter. And RK, of course, thank you for hero. Oh shoot, I had the stream open on a tab. Oops. Trying to make sure everything works now that we're on Twitch. YouTube, not Twitch. We're on YouTube now. And oh my god, guys, it is so much better. I'm not joking. On the creator side of things, literally everything so far is like so much better. If you guys might notice, you can go to the quality tab and set the stream to 2K now. 60 FPS. Couldn't do that on Twitch. Yeah, do we roll real quick? I am devouring some lunch real quick because it just got here. Right before stream started. I'm trying not to go hungry. Oh god, the cat's preying on me. She recently discovered that she thinks french fries are the coolest things ever, so she's swarming me. No, you cannot give me Twitch Primes, Rush. That's the one downside I'd say so far with YouTube is that it doesn't have like primes. Oh yeah, you should, I mean I'm not getting rid of the Twitch, so yeah, if you want to go out of your way to do that, I won't stop. Yeah, appreciate it. What do y'all think are gonna be at the direct today? I'm curious what everyone's predictions are. I'm just looking a bit empty. It is trying to figure out when Lion's Rest is gonna be full of people is an enigma that I've yet to solve. I cannot predict it because you would think that it's gonna be like peak hours, so like after work hours for the US. No. Sometimes it'll be 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. It'll be full of people. And then if you try to come like 2 p.m. on a Thursday, it's completely empty. Gameplay of the new Pokemon games? Oh no, I'm expecting Silk Song at the Warcraft Direct. Anything less, I would be thoroughly disappointed. If I know anything, we should expect some weird shit, alright? If anything, the WoW dev team can be predicted on. The modern WoW dev team is being completely unpredictable. Okay? Like, this is the same dev team that gave us Plunderstorm, Mop Remix, Augmentation Evoker halfway through the expansion. You know? I would not underestimate their ability to just completely sideswipe us with something none of us predicted. Maybe a midnight tease, I could see that. WoW on console, though, that is something that I was also like, that could be the big surprise, is WoW on console. But I don't even know if you could do it, you know? And that feels like an expansion level thing of like, hey, starting at midnight. I guess if you want to do WoW on console, it'd be a good idea to do it mid-expansion, because then you can work out all the kinks before, you know, going big on an expansion. Or I guess that's what pre-patch would be good for. We'll have to see. Like player housing. I don't know. The way that they're hyping this up makes me think that it is some sort of like big announcement that everyone's always been wanting. And that's a very short list of things. Like player housing, high elves, technically. Like some sort of like customization rework. Actually, here's my shot in the dark. Dance studio. Imagine a dye system. There is some stuff in the files for a dye system on like toys and other models. There is not any sort of dye system for wearable armor, but there is a dye system that exists in the game for things like the beach chair from the last summer's trading post. But imagine a dance studio. I'm just saying. That feels like the exact like long requested feature that everyone has forgotten about that the WoW dev team could feasibly fit into the middle of an expansion and is worthy of being a big surprise. So dance studio, I'm putting my money on that. I don't particularly like care about like a dance studio. It'd be nice for videos having a bunch of animations like that, but maybe we'll see some warband backgrounds. Sorry if you guys can hear me eating. I'm trying to just finish this up before the actual like show. Also, for anyone new here, maybe a YouTube viewer that is new to the streams, I'm on Moonguard US. So where you see me sitting right now, if you are free and want to come sit near me, feel free. We like to, normally, this is something we used to do a lot, and I'm going to bring it back, is starting streams off with like a, kind of like chat directly to everybody before we get into our activity of the day. And it's always fun to have people kind of just join up in game too. So if you're also on Moonguard, maybe thanks to the one Moonguard video, feel free to just come by. Maybe again 4 new hair colors. Real talk, Blizzard needs to stop posting on like the roadmap being like Blood Elf customizations for so-and-so patch, and then the so-called Blood Elf customization being like 2 hair colors that don't look good. A Horde Moon Guardian? Those exist? I see a lot of people have been talking about getting rid of the faction divide. Like that's the big announcement, is that factions are going away. And I really want that to happen because like if you're playing the quote unquote regular game, like Mythic Plus and raids, factions don't really exist anymore for you. But if you're in the RP community or open world or just like a casual player that likes to do heroic dungeons and time walking, you don't get like the faction divide suddenly exists again. I know it's so wild to me that like, you know, not that long ago, a few years ago, we used to have like alliance realms and horde realms, and you used to have to like look up the population of a realm before joining. And now that doesn't really happen, except for like Moonguard and Wormrest Accord. Like Moonguard is alliance, Wormrest Accord is horde. Like that's annoying. In the next patch, they're making it possible to cross faction queue if you are an entirely pre-made group. So you can only queue into time walking or heroic dungeons if your entire party is pre-made. So you cannot like join up with a horde friend if you're alliance and then like queue up for time walking and it fills out your party. You need to have the entire party already collected. And, you know, I used to defend that because honestly, it's dumb. It's really dumb. And I used to defend it being like, oh, obviously it's like a technical limitation. But then like someone asked Blizzard about it. Oh, hi cookies. Someone asked Blizzard about it. And they basically said, oh, we don't want like players to like feel disenfranchised if they're like alliance players and they don't want to play with horde players. Like as like, you know, like that's part of their identity. And I'm like, oh my God, shut up. The average player does not care, and you are like hurting the average player's experience by doing that. Like, make it a toggle. Like, by default, you're able to do it. Like, don't make it, like, not even possible to begin with. But, you know, bringing that up, it's actually a good point, because if the big announcement is getting rid of factions, I don't think they would have announced that already, you know? Like, next patch is bringing cross-faction queues. I don't think they would have announced that, or they would have just saved it. Like, let's say the announcement is 11.1, the faction divide is gone. I don't think in 11.07 they'd make this announcement if they're planning to do that in 11.1. They would just wait till 11.1. So yeah, I don't know. I'm putting the money down, gang. Dance Studio. Wait and see. That reminds me, I need to turn off names. There you go. Oh, and chat bubbles. Teehee. Always forget to do that before stream. Another one. Yeah, this is my favorite thing ever. It's all gang up. Remind ourselves this is an MMO, damn it. We all hang out together. I see a lot of people saying that they want like player housing or something, and that's like in a tweet or announcement somewhere I made that joke about, or the title of the stream, I can't remember. Game sound is dying. 1 second. That should fix it. That's an OBS bug. Are we having technical issues now? Let me check on this. Yeah, first day on YouTube means we probably need to check some things out. Looks good on my end. It's, yeah, the game sound is the same OBS bug. I didn't know if maybe upping the bitrate and the resolution and frame rate and all that maybe exacerbates that. We'll see. Because there's a way to fix it. It's just like on OBS, it's capturing WoW audio. If I want to fix it, I could capture desktop audio, but that's not ideal because I don't want to just like capture all of my audio all the time. Hey, Annalise, what's up? Yeah, the game screen on my end looks fine. It was just the audio that was bugging out. Not much moving on screen. Who's the Night Elf? Good mog. Yeah, what's crazy is Twitch has like a bitrate limit of like 6,000 kilobits. And then YouTube is like 8.5 times that. Crazy. So like we upgraded to fiber internet for streaming, but like with Twitch, it barely used it, you know? Yeah, the sound will start like stutter stepping because of an OBS bug. I just have to like toggle it on and off and that fixes it. Yeah, with YouTube streaming, I don't know, the infrastructure is just a lot better. Because you can actually rewind the stream, unlike Twitch. Like if you guys like want to like rewind to 10 minutes ago for some reason, you just can. Yeah, Twitch allows higher frame rate and bit rates for partners. But also Twitch only uses only has the AV1 codec available for like a secret group of partners, like not even just all partners. It's only like a select few. While YouTube, everyone has access to it. Though I guess I don't know what the limitations are, because like in YouTube terms, I'm a partner. In Twitch terms, I'm an affiliate, but YouTube doesn't really like have affiliates. So maybe I only have access to some things because I'm a YouTube partner. Let me fix this audio real quick. We'll do desktop audio. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. That should fix everything. Hey, Jack Rizzler. Love that name. It's got an energy to it. Jack Rizzler Gaming. Yeah. Also, for some reason, OBS, like, with YouTube support is way better. Oh, you're Tomo. What's up? Yeah, for some reason, like, YouTube infrastructure is way better. Because, like, yeah, Jay Rizzler. I figured. There's only so many Rizzlers out there, you know? You're not the Rizzler, are you? Yeah, crazy enough, I actually have, like, Twitch and the stream stat. I mean, I have, like, chat and stream stats actually in my OBS right now. Normally, that'd be, like, 3 separate windows. You wish you were the Rizzler? I also wish I was a excessively famous 8-year-old. That was on Jimmy Fallon. Did you guys see the Rizzler on Jimmy Fallon? It is so funny how just outwardly, like Jimmy Fallon, who's like what? He's like 40, 50, right? Just outwardly detested this 8-year-old. Just pure unadulterated hate was behind those eyes. I respect it. Not Jimmy Fallon. Don't get me wrong. I respect the Rizzler. Yeah, I guess. Maybe that's why he's the way he is. The one time I visited New York, I was just walking around and I just like ran into Jimmy Fallon. And I was like, holy shit. What people say about New York's not lying. You do just walk into famous people here. I wish the famous person I walked into wasn't Jimmy Fallon, but like, I'll take it. I would have taken any other famous person. I need to check that out. I've never seen that clip. He realizes he fumbled Nicole Kidman. That's gotta be gold. No way he did. I feel like just by being who he is, he fumbled Nicole Kidman. Wait, hold up. Do you guys see that down there? Hold up. The Hate Forge cycle with a crowd of baby moonkins following it. Any predictions for the day? We talked about that earlier. My main prediction, my pie in the sky prediction is dance studio. It just feels like the just weird enough, but also possible thing that I bet you the dance studio. What I actually want is increased like class race customization. Oh shit, gang up. Moongar gang, where you at? So like I'm hoping for like shamans for everyone, you know? Paladins for everyone. Maybe, you know. I don't know, we'll see. Glyph announcements. Yeah, glyphs is a system that I feel like is like obviously bad. You know what I mean? And like needs a rework, just like the way that we do glyphs. I don't know. Paladin Drathier. Yeah, like so the issue with shamans is that they have like shamans like require like totems for every race. So like okay, it's hard to like make them because you need to make a bunch of totem models. Druids are like that to a millionth degree. Because you need to make unique druid forms. And then paladins don't have that problem. So like on a practical standpoint, I imagine like paladins for everyone first. But I also know Blizzard likes to like have a story justification. And honestly, druids for all would have been perfect during the Emerald Dream patch. But if next patch is like the Rootlands, like a lot of people are thinking, or like the Harenir stuff, like I feel like shaman and druid would make the most sense then. And like paladin, I don't like maybe Hollowfall. We all just decide to start worshiping Beladar, or maybe you know Anshe pops out of Beladar. Yeah, Anshe equals Beladar. Please. I just want that to be right, so I look really smart. I'm gonna be honest. I only want Anshe as Beladar at this point, just so I look really cool. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Anshe is Beladar." Sixsten predicted that like 3 months ago. I need to add some stuff to Delves like Gilded Crest on tier 9 and maybe Myth 1/6 Revolt on 11s. I would disagree with that unless you're like saying that as, hey, now that we're at this point in the season, let's add that to Delves. But I don't think that should like be a permanent thing for Delves. I don't think you should be able to get the best gear in the game from doing Delves. Just because Delves are so cheesable. I don't know, it'd be really frustrating as a player if I play, say, Holy Priest, like, or Disc Priest, and the best way for me to get gear is by doing tier 11 Delves. And then, you know, say a Blood DK just has the easiest time ever getting their myth stuff. When, for Mythic Plus dungeons, arguably, like, obviously, they're not the exact same. But with Mythic Plus dungeons, you know, it's everyone, it's 1 tank, 1 healer, 3 DPS, and everyone has a quote-unquote equally hard time. But crests, I don't know, it's kind of, by not providing Gilded Crest in Delves, it's like a carrot on a stick for players to kind of grow beyond Delves into Mythic Plus and Raid. So it's more of a question of like, do you think that Delves should be a pillar activity all unto its own? But even then, like, every system kind of has that. So like raids are very limited in the kind of gear that's in a raid. So you have to do Mythic Plus in order to get like your absolute best in slot stuff. So like if I'm a brewmaster, I get a lot of good gear of raid, especially trinkets and stuff, you know, but you know, specific rings I want from Mythic Plus. But if I'm a Mythic Plus player, then my best trinket comes out of raid. So I'm now pushed to do raid. You know, like they kind of push into each other. So at Delves, it is kind of like that. Just that you get hero track gear from Delves, but the only way to upgrade your hero track gear is to go do other activities. So I guess that brings into question is like, do you want eye level to be the thing that kind of like pushes you towards that? Or do you want the actual items themselves? Because there is some really strong items that come out of Delves. The best Brewmaster trinket for Mythic Plus on a tanking standpoint, so it only really matters for the highest end of keys, actually comes from Delves. But it's really annoying to try and get like a hero track version of that trinket from your vault. And it's only relevant if you get the hero track version. If they added myth track gear to delves, I would suddenly have to do delves. I would have to do them. Quick candle. Yeah, there's also quick candle for DPS players. You know, if you made mythic track versions of that gear obtainable, all of a sudden you're gonna have like, you're gonna have to do them. Though, you know, my next video kind of touches on this tangentially. It could probably be its own video down the line of how, like, when I say you have to do them, or you have to do Mythic Plus, or you have to do Raid, very interesting, because if you think about it, you don't have to do any of them. It's kind of just how players' relationship with the game has changed. You know, World of Warcraft is like this social system. Like when I say let's say myth gear is now available from delves, and my best trinket comes out of a delve. I now have to do delves, not because I have to, but because if I don't get that trinket, my raid team is going to be disappointed, or they're just going to recruit someone that plays the same class, but did go do the delves. You know? So, you know, even when you're talking about, you know, what we want to do, what we can do, what we should do, or what we wish things gave, it's important to like keep in mind the social environment that Warcraft exists in. Because, you know, if you make delves like turbo relevant content, then all of a sudden everyone's going to feel forced to do that. Then they're going to start complaining. And then you might be left thinking like, oh, but people aren't forced to do them. But it's because Blizzard doesn't force you to do anything. It's because we enforce ourselves, you know? The WoW community is weird like that. Excuse me. The Wandering Star, Anshe, Anshul. Oh yeah, isn't that the trinket from Aberrus? What was it called? Beacon of the Beyond. Anshul, the Cosmic Wanderer through your target. Dude, they're totally teasing Anshe, huh? Like they're trying to get that fresh in your minds. The Cosmic Wanderer. I wonder if Anshul is like a void version of Anshe. Because like Anshe is injured by the light. I mean, Anshe's injured by the void. Like he's corrupted slightly. Because like Anshe has the exact same like naming scheme. Like with the apostrophe there. Let me check. I think the pre-show starts early for the Warcraft Direct. Oh yeah, we got about 10 minutes until the pre-show. Yeah, we have the one trinket. Well, okay, there's another thing. Speaking of trinkets, in a Myrdrasil Tendril, we go to Mistweaver and pull it up. No, I gotta switch to like Mage. I got a Mage. We have Bellorelos, the Sun Caller. Yeah, we're gonna be streaming the direct, Lady Loon. So Bellorelos, the Sun Caller here is another trinket, and the name, if you're like, okay, what is Bellorelos, the Sun Caller? Belor is Elven, both Thalassian and Dardassian, for sun. So if like, you know, if you have a loon, and if you want to say, okay, Anshe is the Tauran name for the sun god, what would the Elven name for it be? It would be Belore. That's kind of fanon, but also like we have indications in game that that would be the word for it. They don't seem to outwardly worship a sun god, so we don't see it around. But this trinket kind of tells us that, like it canonizes that, that Bellorelos is like the sun god, especially when you have like Druids of the Flame. They would obviously worship the sun god over a loon. So this trinket canonizes that. And then you put that in context with Beacon of the Beyond having on Shul, that's 2 trinkets that are kind of putting Anche shit in our heads in Dragonflight. So we now go to Belladar. I'm just saying, Bellarelos, sun and elf. Obviously, they can always just be like the Arathi are half elves, and so they're going to use an elven word for sun for their fake sun. But you know, that trinket makes me also think that like it's important, you know, that we know that the elven word for the sun god is Bolore. I'm just saying. Anche is Belladar. Or I think Anche is in the crystal. I don't think Anche is the crystal. I think he's hiding out in there. You know, because he's injured. He's like in a healing pod. And then I think that's what starts midnight. Is that Anche like exits. Because there's a bunch of like concept art of like a stairwell coming out of Belladar. Yeah, it makes me think of Anche's opposite, but don't like Void Naru get different names? It could just be like the Void, like Anshul could be Void Belladar, because like Belladar shifts, right? It would have a name, Anshul. Yeah, or it is like just some sort of entity similar to Anche, like you know, if Koresh is a world soul, if Azeroth can have kids, maybe other world souls did too. Maybe Koresh has a kid like Anche, and maybe that's Anshul. I don't know. But I would probably wager on Anshul being like an alter ego of Anche. I don't know. I think it'd be cool if War Within ends with like Anche coming out of the crystal and being like, all right, gang, we gotta stop the void. And then he's like our main guy going into midnight, like our quest giver. Kind of like how Illyria is for War Within, or Khadgar for Draenor, or Khadgar for Legion, or Khadgar for Burning Crusade. Man, Khadgar is a busy guy. If we do go to the Rootlands in 11.1, I expect... do you think Anche is a Tauren as a humanoid? I don't... They might make him look like a Tauren, just because we associate with him with Taurens. I don't... like, if I had to guess what he looks like right now, I would probably say he doesn't really, like, have a form. It's kind of like a loon. He could be a Tauren. I don't know. He'd probably chooses, and he'd probably choose to look like a Tauren. Or he looks like an elf, the way that a loon probably does. There's also speculation that Belladar is a Naru ship. This is actually something that's been bothering me. So we have the disc quest that basically says, hey, these giant crystals are calcified world soul fragments made by the world soul, and they're from here, not from space. And before that quest, the wider speculation in the community was that Belladar was from space, like it's some Naru ship that like crashed down or something. And then that quest comes out, and then after that quest, where they explicitly state that it is from the planet and not from space, all the people that have now turned that into evidence that actually Belladar actually is from space, and that quest is just lying to us. And they use that quest as evidence that Belladar is from space. I don't know. I find it weird that like to have a quest so explicitly state something, and then they just like say, actually, something explicitly stating the opposite of what I previously believed is actually proof of what I believe is true. You know, because then, you know, they kind of spin it as if the reveal brings about the revelation that Belladar is from space, as if they didn't already think that before the quest. Like like a lot of them pretend like they weren't thinking that before the reveal, and that reveal made them think of it. I don't know. Like the general community theory on what Belladar is has not changed prior to War Within's release, after War Within's release, all of the disc quests, like no matter what they reveal, the general community's take on what Beldar probably is has been unchanging. The justifications on it have changed as we get new evidence, even when that evidence directly contradicts the previously held theory. Why does it look like it crashed into the planet? Folk and fairy tales. This actually leads into like the Anshe thing. Because like Azeroth gave birth to her kids. But then because the world was scary, she shoved them back inside of her to protect them. And then Anshe eventually gets injured by the void, and he needs to be like constantly taken care of or he dies. So I think he got shoved back inside. And that's the reason Anshe has been kind of like an absent god. You know, like Elune has been active. Elune does things. Anshe has been missing. Anshe doesn't really... He maybe did one thing back in MoP. Like he helped the Sunwalkers find Pandaria. And that might be the one thing that he did. So if you want to introduce Anshe into the story, you need to kind of come up with a reason why he's never done anything up until now. You know, the way that the Dragon Isles or Mists of Pandaria have like lore explanations for why we never saw them. So Anshe being like this like critical condition that we help him from, and then he's active, is a pretty clean way of fixing that. That's all crackpot. I don't know. The more heavy speculation is not something that I've always done with Warcraft. It's only something I've kind of like picked up as I got into it, like content creation. I don't know, just to be upfront, I don't find it very fun. Just because like the discourse online makes it very unfun. It's pretty fun with you guys. Like whenever it's like a small group of people, I'll just kind of like chatting about it. But if you like try to go on like Twitter or something, it very quickly becomes like butting heads. That is just not a fun experience. Yeah, it can turn into fan fiction really quickly. Actually, when I talked to Platinum about speculation one time, he basically said, yeah, I don't really do speculation because I just don't care. He's like, I only care about the story that's being told. I'm like, based. Platinum is a great example of what content creators should strive to be. I might live under a rock, but what is a direct? The direct is our replacement for BlizzCon this year. So in about 2 minutes, the pre-show starts. And then in 15 minutes after that, we get the direct. So instead of a BlizzCon this year, we are getting a 45-minute presentation of all of the Warcraft announcements. So Rumble, Hearthstone, Classic, and Retail. And the dev team has been teasing that there is one really big surprise. I love Pyro's content theories, but the discourse around it is exhausting. Yeah, Pyro, great guy. Jay works on the channel with me. Great guy. But the discourse surrounding the speculation can be kind of tiring. Because, you know, like with Pyro's exploration of the lore, like I would say, like Pyro and how he interprets the lore has actually led to me getting a deeper appreciation of Warcraft. Like it makes me take the lore. It makes me look at things a lot more deeply than I did before. And I really thank Pyro for that. It's really cool. But also when you encourage a bunch of people to look at lore very deeply and then they all reconvene to discuss all these really deep things they came up with, a lot of them have gone completely off the rails and will be very upset. Hey, Miss Weaver Lily, what's up? Welcome to the YouTube stream. We're on YouTube now. Oh shit, you're sitting next to me. I was all tabbed looking at the direct. What's up, Charlotte? Dude, YouTube is the move. Like real shit. I think people are sleeping on YouTube. Dreaming. All right, let me switch over to the reacting. Make sure this looks all good. YouTube puts me to sleep. I want to know how much the YouTube economy is held up by 8-hour videos to fall asleep to. Yeah, I did a flip. Yeah, I figured I'd be on this side, you know? Well, I made this like a OBS preset so we could actually do like reacts on stream. Because one stream that we're looking to do, Jay actually suggested it, is kind of like a watch along of like 20 years of Warcraft. But it's old cringy machinimas and parody songs. Like we start out with like a hard like heroic and stuff like that from like 18 years ago. And other machinimas and until we make our way up to the modern day. So I wanted to make an OBS preview that's specifically for watching YouTube videos. Don't make me get my main. Yeah. They're so charming. I love them. I sometimes like actually when I was doing classic time walking to level my hunter, I just put on Welcome Back to the Dead Mines just on repeat. And actually what weirded me out about that parody video, excuse me, was it's like 16 years old. Oh man, gotta clear my throat. It's like 16 years old, like a music video talking about the revamped version of Dead Mines from Cataclysm. Oh, shoot. There we go. How's the audio? Oh, it's really loud. Let me turn that down. Yeah, damn, I got blasted too. My bad, gang. What I was saying is like a Dead Mines music video talking about how Dead Mines got revamped in Cataclysm is 16 years old. That music video can drive. What? Why is the revamp of a dungeon old enough to drive? Isn't Burning Crusade graduating from high school now? You know? Warcraft, the franchise, is 30. It can have a 401k. Well, it knows what one is at least. Actually, I think I make that joke in a video before. Damn it, I'm recycling shit. Is the game old enough to drink? I don't like it. But the game has one more year till it's old enough to drink. I guess it depends on where you're from. But for you know, in the US, we've got one more year until WoW can drink. Brewfest that year is going to go crazy. Let me turn off my game music real quick. Because they're already playing Stormwind music on the thingy. I know, people are kind of like underhyping this, I feel like. But this is BlizzCon. You know, we're about to get some BlizzCon level shit. I think people don't like recognize that this is like a BlizzCon replacement. You know, they just think of it as like when they did the 1107 reveal, they were like, hey, here's just a video announcing things. I don't know how you didn't know it was a thing. It's like in the launcher. Like if you go to your VNet launcher, it has a giant countdown to when this is going live. And if you like, I don't know, I follow a bunch of like devs on Blue Sky and stuff. They're all on Blue Sky now. That's weird. I thought they all just went quiet. Turns out they all just moved to Blue Sky. But if you go on Blue Sky, they're all like, hey, make sure you tune into the direct. We're really excited for it. Everyone make a guess right now what you think is gonna, like, the one big announcement. If you nail it, I'll gift you a membership to the channel. If you just nail it. Not that something that they're just gonna announce. Like the thing that they're going to pitch as like the big thing. And whoever says it first. So no one else can say player housing now. Emily's got that on lock. Mine's Dance Studio, and I can't gift a membership to myself. So if anyone wants to steal Dance Studio, feel free. Old zone revamps? Okay. That'd be cool. I feel like that'd be like a 14.0 thing. Oh, shit. Starting early. Oh, the pre-show. Okay, 10 minutes of pre-show. Remix again? Okay. I feel like that's a safe bet, but I don't know if that'd be like the big announcement, you know, the one more thing. Basically, like we're predicting the one more thing. I kind of imagine we're going to do like a Legion style where like they talk about like Tomb of Sargeras the whole time. And then at the very end, they're like, also we're going to Argus, and then just end it there, you know?
I mean, like, it's cliche, but it's such a dream come true of being able to create the things that brought me so much happiness over the years.
Until I landed here in Irvine.
WoW on Game Pass? I could also see that. Console WoW? Do you want to put that down as a console WoW guess?
On the door sign against my door, it said Chris Metzen. So I just saw him going into the room one day and I completely geeked out.
It's so strange coming into work and realizing, oh, I work on this thing now. I get to contribute to the world in
oh, is that Bex?
whatever way that I can, and then
I didn't catch the name. Was that Bex?
Game, whether that's a couple months afterwards or even
she started working at Blizz right before Dragonfly came out. She did the Earth and Dance animations and the you guys know the owls from Amir Yassil, like the Mythic Raid mount. She did those animations as well. She did some other ones too. Like Anduin got like a new talking animation this expansion, where he just looks really goofy. She did that.
Probably the best part of World of Warcraft. Like a lot of the memories I have growing up were just things I did with my friends.
I really like the communities in our games, especially in World of Warcraft. I've made a lot of friends. Definitely some of my closest friends are people that I've met playing World of Warcraft. I've gone to a few different weddings of people that I met playing WoW.
WoW means a lot to me. I met my wife playing World of Warcraft, so it is a game that means an awful lot to me personally.
I lost my wife to World of Warcraft.
Through the game.
She didn't like go anywhere. She just like does a lot of keys.
We wanted to play Arena together. We talked more than play. So
Also, she's still not technically my wife. Sucks to suck.
Years later,
Ooh, Guild Overhaul. I like that guess. Guild Overhaul. The game really needs like a guild community overhaul. There's a video on the list of video ideas about that. Of how like World of Warcraft did not evolve with the internet, so now everything is just Discords, you know? Yeah, I mean, what I mean by that is like Discord is just better guilds at this point. Like a lot of modern live service games kind of like factor in Discord and Reddit and other things as like part of their game design. Like Helldivers 2 requires Discord, like being in the Discord server to like get a lot of the lore, like the story developments. And Warcraft hasn't really done that, you know, because like Warcraft, when it first came out, like World of Warcraft, was a lot of people's like first introduction to chat rooms and guilds and things like that. Because World of Warcraft is older than Facebook. It's older than YouTube. It's a lot of people's first interaction with the internet. So as the internet grew and matured, World of Warcraft still is kind of built like it's for an early internet rather than our more modern way that we live now.
enjoy the game in the language that they are used
Guilds
to.
nowadays don't even try to recruit like these, dude. No pitch, just join.
feeling
Yeah.
to see
There's
that.
like some cool guild recruitment fairs on Moonguard that I really liked. But there definitely is a lot of like ninja invites. Not nearly as bad, I would say, as like back in like the Cataclysm to Legion age, when like guild perks were such a great way of making gold. Guild spam invites used to be so much worse.
And somehow I ended up in a guild with a bunch of guys that were in their late 20s. They really enjoyed outdoor PvP. And even though I was a lower level, I would still join them from time to time, let them use me as bait for Alliance players. My favorite memory is actually when I dueled my guild master on his out. I managed to beat him, and then for the first time ever, I unmuted my mic and with the most high-pitched, squeaky, prepubescent voice, I told him, "How does it feel getting beaten by a 12-year-old?"
We had what we called computer time. So like our parents would ration how much time we would have for using a computer, where we'd have like
My mom
2
used to have a
hours
kitchen
on-
timer
had, like 2 hours on a Monday
for how much I could play World of Warcraft. It was an hour a day.
So yeah, we would have to trade off in that sense.
You know, anytime one of those people would be like, "Hey man, I got 8 kids, 5 jobs, and I get 3 femtoseconds to play WoW." I'm like, man, I had 1 hour to play WoW, and I was a Mythic Raider. I did it.
Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos.
Ventrilo, that's before my time. I did do TeamSpeak
From there, I expanded
for a
to
little
beyond
bit before
PvP
Discord really took
Pro.
over.
I have a lot of memories playing a lot of custom games. You know, a lot of those tower defense games that are super fun.
I was one of the main healers in our raid group, and I was home for the summer from college, and my parents had just gotten a puppy, and I was like, "Oh, my puppy's been really."
Oh,
quiet.
engine sites, yeah.
Unusual, and
When I did
couldn't
Elder Scrolls RP,
pass my last
my
and
guild had
she
an
gotten
engine.
into one of my artist pens, and she just had ink everywhere, and me naturally being like, worried because I thought one of the.
My parents never gave me time, so it was like I went to school, I was free to do whatever. I was like, I was a lot that. Yeah, I was like that a lot until I got like one bad test grade in like 7th grade math.
I loved PvP.
Then my ass was over. Once it was high school time, they just gave up and they let me play as much as I wanted. But
I'm not that good, but I love it. And I think I went on a 10 win streak once in the arena, and I
I also remember having to explain to my mom what like raids were and like how I had to like try out for a team, and it was really important to me as a reason to let me play more than 1 hour a day, like in order to go to my full raid night.
Really excited. First time getting to see all of these big announcements for all these different games.
Hey,
live.
Spippy, what's up? Oh man, the full Spippy Fuse, Sugar Fuse YouTube account. I hear you guys get profile pictures. That's cool. Like Twitch is just your name. Wait, Engine is now just an NFT marketplace? Oh man, nothing is sacred. Yo, Spippy! Thanks for the myth. Oh, we gotta get you in the next video now. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Dude, Engine being an NFT marketplace is like finding out your, favorite playground as a kid got turned into an oil rig. Like, that's so depressing.
I've been mired in Azeroth since
You're green now. You got a green name.
days, and I
You get the emotes now. Oh, wait. Because we got 3 people to sign up for memberships. I can add the rest of the emotes now. Hell yeah. We got more emote slots.
I have been playing the same character, Human Frost Mage, for all 15 years.
Yeah, I've been playing World of Warcraft for 20 years. Actually started like early alpha and beta.
I've been playing World of Warcraft, I guess, 21 years.
What do you mean you've been playing WoW for 21 years? Okay, I was about to say, you look 20.
Our code is, 20.
Wow, it's removing milk so I can play. Oh, thank God, man. It's been really rough. Every time I log into World of Warcraft, I feel the milk just attack me. Whew.
And I got signatures from everybody who was there who worked on the game previously. And it's so good connecting with people who actually signed it for me. And, we get to share in like this experience of, like I was such a passionate fan. And, you signed this and now I get to work with you as a professional.
Yeah, I mean, I started WoW when I was 12. I got it for Christmas. What's funny is, like, I didn't know that online video games were a thing until I was 10. I was like, I remember specifically being in, like, the garden section of a Walmart, and my dad just said, "Hey, your cousins play Call of Duty online, right?" And I said, "What? Online games are real?" 1 second. My dog is trying to parkour onto the cat
new
tree.
and returning players to
Buddy.
get into the game.
There is magic here, and I think that magic will continue for the next.
There you go. I helped him.
50.
Any speculation on the special announcement? If I have said before, if anyone can guess what the big announcement is, not just if it gets announced, if it is the thing that they're pitching as a big announcement, if you correctly guess it, you get a free membership. My guess is Dance Studio. You can feel free to take that as your own guess, but that's my guess. Shoot, are we starting? Warcraft 1? Zug Zug? Oh god,
Warcraft
I'm nervous.
has always been my peace and my outlet.
I have such a deep love for everything inside as
Mr. GM.
I thought I'm gonna move on eventually, as if it was just any other game, and it wasn't.
It's also breezy. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna be in this too. Just kidding.
I was a very introvert person. I was lonely, and then I accidentally stumbled upon World of Warcraft. I even ended up in a guild, and in the guild, I even made some friends.
And we always come together to enjoy the moments that we create in the game, whether they're fun, competitive, or silly.
You sent me a whispering name going, my
T&E.
watch just broke. And I said, oh my goodness, I guess we better go to hospital. And
It was
you
an
said,
in-game
"Yeah,
whisper.
Let's kill this dragon.
And we did.
Hearthstone changed my life.
I cannot picture my life without WoW.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Warcraft, for giving everything that you gave us so far. Here's to like 100 years more.
Direct audio? I can tune up just a bit. Is that good?
World of Warcraft saved my life. I really mean it.
When we first came on, it blasted all of us, so I turned it down.
Hi everyone.
Holly.
Welcome to the Warcraft 30th anniversary.
Guys, it's Mom.
I'm Holly Longdale, the executive producer for World of Warcraft. Alongside Hearthstone, Warcraft Rumble, and the Warcraft real-time strategy games, we are all honored to be here to celebrate some big milestones with you and talk about the future. Many of us began our Warcraft adventures as players before we became developers at
Any
Blizzard.
rumblers in the chat? I wish I could be a rumbler, man. I don't know. I have a hard time sitting on my phone. Desktop version of Rumble 100% gets announced today, right? That's a fair bet.
Today, each of the Warcraft development teams will be sharing what's coming up. Some of it
We should do some Rumble streams
some
if it
just a
gets on
few weeks
desktop.
from now, and some will even be available
today.
So
Like
whether
Warcraft
you've been
on
traversing the plains
desktop.
of Azeroth with a view from above, or chilling in the Hearthstone Tavern,
Now, what gets available today is Warcraft 2 Reforged. Calling it now.
or pursuing
That's what comes out right
Saratoga
after
in
this.
Pelzelgar, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Now, what better place to begin than with the games that started it all? Here's Brad Chan from the Warcraft.
Oh, wait, if we're starting off with
team.
RTS stuff. I'm Warcraft 3 Reforged, like just doing it again, and Warcraft 2 Reforged are my bests for this.
Back in 2007, I was at a regional qualifier.
I really want
playing a
Warcraft
game
4.
called
I just think it'd be
Warcraft 3.
interesting.
After I qualified for the tournament, someone came up to me, gave me his card, and was like, "Hey, we're looking for experienced RTS players to join our design team." Naturally, I said, I
Yeah,
wasn't
Rumble is a
interested.
bit
I
grindy.
was gonna go to the Nationals, win that, go to the Worlds, win that, easy. Well, it was a good thing I kept that guy's card, because 16 years later, here I am, working on a game that remains so important to me and so many players around the world. Throughout my career, I've stuck to a few guiding principles. When something is broken, you fix it. When something is wrong, you make it right. And if things aren't good enough, you make them better. So without further ado, I'm here to announce patch 2.0 for Warcraft 3 Reforged.
When things aren't good, you make them better.
Available now, this patch overhauls the environment
Available
and
now?
lighting and revamps the user interface. In
What the
addition,
hell?
we are up-resing all classic Warcraft 3 assets to HD. You can now customize the type of assets you want to play with and even mix
Yeah,
and
that's
match
sick.
if you like. We have also included a bunch of quality of life changes, such as in-game hotkey customization.
Yeah, we should play Warcraft 3
a
on
revamped
stream.
ladder,
I've never played it.
and much, much more. We hope you enjoy this update, which will be available to everyone who owns Reforge. Now, I'm not just here to talk about Warcraft 3. We're also here celebrating 30 years of Warcraft. So not only will Reforge be receiving an update today, but we are also releasing fully remastered versions of Warcraft 2 and 1. So you can experience the story.
We knew about
from the
2. We did not see 1 coming.
These remasters have brand new hand-drawn visuals.
Oh,
that
that
capture the
looks
original art
great.
style from each game. And you'll be
Oh,
able
I
to
love
swap between
those.
the original graphics and the remastered versions in real time.
That is so good.
For Warcraft 1,
All right, we're gonna have to
we
play the
added
Warcraft
controls
trilogy on
such as
stream.
Right-click move, bandbox select, and a faster game speed. Both games have also received various UI and UX improvements, such as tooltips and health bars, mission select screen, and an increased unit selection. Warcraft 2 will still have multiplayer functionality, and all legacy
I love
custom
that
maps will
art
still be
style.
fully compatible.
It's actually like, it's not like World of Warcraft. That is like Warcraft
We are also
1.
bringing back the Warcraft Battle Chest,
Battle
which
Chest.
will include Warcraft 1, 2, and 3.
All right, I'll buy a battle chest.
So here's
100%.
the 30 years of Warcraft, and I can't think of a better way than celebrating than reliving the story from the very beginning. Oh, did I mention this is all available right now?
The tides of darkness have come again.
Yeah, like box select and right click to move or whatever. That I could not play Warcraft 1. It didn't have those, and now I know it didn't even have those to begin with. So I'm thankful.
It was I who was betrayed. You must lead your people to their destiny.
I love that. God, that looks so good. I can't wait to like rip all those assets for other things. That'd be fun. Like using those little doodles is like for videos and stuff.
Now we are one.
I'm a little kind of disappointed because I was hoping that a Warcraft 3 fix would actually change the art style. Because like my biggest problem with Warcraft 3 Reforged is that it doesn't look like Warcraft 3 updated. It looks like some weird... It doesn't even look like World of Warcraft, you know? It looks like this weird gritty realism that just isn't Warcrafty. Oh, it comes with a mount.
Job's done.
But now I know Pie's buying it. It comes with a mount.
It's pretty amazing to think
Love that.
Hearthstone turns 10 this year. It's been such an incredible decade. Together, we've made the tavern a place for sharing joy, excitement, and some very tall tales indeed. We've made friends with Murlocs, battled old gods, and now we're traveling through space. But for me, the most incredible thing
Yeah,
of
number
all
go
is
up.
I get to work
I
on
don't
my
like that
favorite game
Hearthstone is
with
10
such
years
an
old.
amazing team.
That makes me feel
Ever
old.
since Hearthstone came out,
Like when you say World of
we've
Warcraft
been
is
making
20
fun that
because I
road to
like
legend.
haven't been playing it from the
I
start,
remember on my first
I don't feel
climb to
old.
legend, I had
But when you say
played something
Hearthstone
like
is 10,
500
I remember when
games at
Hearthstone
one
came
point.
out.
And as the
I don't like
clock
remembering
midnight,
that if
I
it's
was
10
2
years
wins
old.
away and didn't make it. But I played another 500 games the following month and made it. Shout out to Darkshire Councilman. But those 1,000 games pale in comparison to the more than 160 billion games that
Damn.
we've all played over the last decade. And that's not counting Battlegrounds. Can you believe that it's been 5 years since the mode launched at BlizzCon? That's 5 years of building Death Rattle Beast comps, magnetizing mechs, completing quests, and collecting trinkets. It's been awesome to watch Battlegrounds grow from what was pitched as the biggest tavern brawl ever into what it is today. We are so thankful to our community for being with us over this incredible decade, and we're looking forward to the next 10 years in the tavern together. The future is packed with even more places to explore and adventures to share. More expansions, more mini sets, and more surprises. Now, let's take a look at what's just around the corner.
One of the amazing things of working at Blizzard is getting to watch other teams pushing the boundaries on their own games. I think we're all
Hearthstone is the
genuinely
best music,
fans
I
of what
swear.
our coworkers are up to, and it's really special when we find moments to collaborate.
That Illidan statue.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your adventures among the stars in the Great Dark Beyond.
Yeah, I love that new
We
theme.
loved working on this expansion and wanted to take our next
Warcraft
mini-set
space stuff
further
like
into the
is something that
cosmos
very
than
much
ever before.
exists
Prepare to travel beyond
and deserves
Azeroth,
more like a look
beyond
at.
Warcraft, and into Heroes of StarCraft.
What?
I'm super excited for this mini set.
What?
It's the first time we've ever explored another universe this deeply in Hearthstone. A ton of people on the team
That's so
have so
sick.
much love for StarCraft. So being able to bring it into the
Here's the
Hearthstone
Storm is a card game now?
incredible. Some might say it's about time.
Wait, is that so? Like,
Obviously,
Hearthstone exists
we
canonically in WoW.
The Zerg, Terran, and Protoss factions are represented
So-
on cards via a faction banner. Not
I'm
only
I'm
do
gonna
the
take this
cards
as
in
StarCraft
factions
is
work
canon
well with
in
one
Warcraft.
another,
Got it.
They're also usable across multiple classes. Each of the factions also has a hero card featuring one of the most iconic faces from StarCraft. The Zerg are led by the Queen of Blades herself, Sarah Kerrigan.
This
She
is
gives
wild.
Knights, hunters, warlocks, and demon hunters access to an aggro.
One of those is
playstyle
not like the
with
other.
near endless
Those are all the
supply
edgy
of
ones
Zerg
except
cards.
Hunter.
After all, what would a StarCraft mini set even be?
But I guess
without some
Zerg,
version of a
like
Zerg rep?
play style is like
Protoss,
Hunter.
We have the legendary Artanis.
Artanis,
seeking
that's
to
my
unify
goat.
his people.
That's the
He
goat.
lends his powers to druids, mages, priests, and rogues. He focuses on powerful, high mana cost units and uses the psionic powers of the Protoss to make those cards cheaper.
Yeah.
And finally, who else could we have to lead the Terran besides the iconic Jim Raynor? Thanks to him, warriors, paladins, and shamans will get a hold of the new starship keyword from the main set. But these aren't your average starships. They're battle cruisers. When we first started working on this mini set, we went to the team and asked, what does this need to have in order to truly feel like StarCraft? We've made sure to represent
Warcraft 3 is leaning more towards Diablo. That's a great way of putting it. It is kind of Diablo-ish.
one character from Warcraft that snuck their way into the set. Grunty.
Ah,
the
Grunty.
Terran-armored Murloc.
I've got him in game.
On top of everything else, Heroes of StarCraft has more cards than any mini set we've done before. There's so much to explore here. So many strategies, so many interactions, and so much StarCraft nostalgia.
I better be able to make a Void Ray
we might have
Death
some
Ball
special
in
music as
Hearthstone.
well,
Otherwise, I'll be
just to make
disappointed.
Heroes of StarCraft is coming in January 2025.
Because, like, that's my favorite thing to do in StarCraft is just Void Rays.
We're making some big changes to Arena.
As Leo mentioned, Arena is getting a major glow up. But first, let's talk about what makes Arena special. Arena is Hearthstone's premium draft mode, where you build your own deck from scratch at the start of every run. It's all about you flexing your deck building skills and card knowledge to defeat your opponents. And believe it or not, Arena has stayed mostly the same for 10 years. So we thought it was finally time for a little bit of an update. From now on, there will be 2 kinds of Arena to choose from. Normal Arena has a shorter format that lets you complete your runs more quickly, but still gives you that awesome competitive arena experience. And after you've established yourself in the normal arena, you'll be able to descend into the dark, dank cellar of the tavern, where challengers are engaging in high-stakes
So
card
this
play in
presentation
our
we already know
underground
beforehand is
arena.
45 minutes
Underground
long,
has a
and it's
distinctive
actually
basement aesthetic, longer runs, and a
I
new
am
feature
getting very
called
hyped at
Draft
how
Unlocked.
quickly they're running through the
when you
non-World of
lose,
Warcraft
you'll have the
things.
option to
Like these are
remove
big
cards and
announcements that
edit
you
your
could
deck,
like take a
refining it
lot
to
more
up
time
your
to tell, but
chances of
they're like
winning,
running
and
through
take on
this
more hard
as quick as they
influence.
can.
We heard
Like they've
you
got
also
like
wanna
a
win
lot
strong
more to
when you're
talk
an
about, you
arena
know?
champion. We got
This
you.
feels dense.
Arena ratings will be available for both the normal
It took
and
5
underground
minutes to
modes.
announce Warcraft 3,
Ranking for the
2,
two
and
are
1
separate, with the
reforged.
usual skill-based matchmaking in normal arena. But in underground arena, you'll be throwing caution to the wind and facing off against opponents of all skill levels. Whether you're an arena veteran or maybe you just haven't clicked that arena button in a while, we hope these changes offer you another exciting way you
Dance
can
Studio,
enjoy
Dance
your
Studio.
time in the
Give it to
tavern
me.
with us. And I'm happy to tell you all of this will be coming in the first half of next year. Now, here's Tyler to share even more of what's in store for Hearthstone.
Monk class. Monk
Hey,
class.
As you can see, we've got a lot of really exciting things planned for the next few updates. But what kind of game director would I be if
I don't think they're
didn't
gonna talk
spill
about Diablo
more
4.
beans about what's coming next?
This is all
It's
Warcraft
going to
stuff
be the
only.
Year of the Raptor, and you'll be going on some awesome adventures in some of your favorite Azeroth locations. Next year, we kick things off with one of our most requested settings as we journey
Ooh, Emerald Dream.
Emerald Dream. Here you'll find yourself in the middle
Is
of
that a
legendary face
Shadowlands thing at
between
the end there?
Druids of the
Am I going
Emerald
crazy?
Dream and the forces of the old gods. They'll be fighting a high-stakes battle over the fate of the World Tree in our first
Was that like
expansion of
Mythic
the
Plus?
year. And things are going to heat up even more when the Druids of the Flame light up the mini-set. Our second expansion is also Hearthstone's first ever sequel, as we go back to Ungoro Crater.
Dinosaurs.
Join Elise on the hunt for a mythical lost Tortolan city. Spoiler alert, keep an eye
Yeah, it
on
makes me
that
think of like
location.
Tazavesh more than Shadowlands,
After
like
uncovering
brokers.
The secrets of the lost city. Take part in a grand celebration in the 33.4 mini set. The party-loving
Yeah,
Tortolans
fair
are
enough, fair enough.
hosting
There's a lot of
festival
spin-off stuff.
in honor of the mighty dinosaurs of the crater.
Yeah, StarCraft randomly showed up.
Miss out on all that fun.
StarCraft in the year 2024? Holy shit.
Where you'll travel with
It is Mythic
to
Plus.
alternate realities to recruit legendary Warcraft heroes like you've never seen them before.
Time
This
riffs.
all leads to an epic showdown against Murazond at the end of time.
I already beat Murazond.
And you won't believe what happens next. You've seen just how much we've got in store for you over the next year. Heroes of StarCraft, revamped arena, and 3 awesome expansions. We're incredibly
I've always
excited,
wished that we got
and
like
we
a
hope
classic
you're
WoW
excited.
and
Thank you so much for
Warcraft
being a
like
part of this incredible
crossover event
10
with time
years
travel.
in, and our adventures in the tavern together.
Like if during the time rifts we travel to the classic version of World of Warcraft. Rumble! Woo!
Blizzard has this awesome tradition of sharing the journey that each team took to bring their games to life.
I'm a sucker for multiverse and time travel when it's Spider-Man. That's about it. I'm getting tired of it now.
With the rest of Blizzard.
Warcraft could get away with
What's
it
up,
though.
everyone? It's been about a year since I stood on the main stage of BlizzCon and we launched Warcraft Rumble together with all of you. And what a year it's been. All of us on the team have had so much fun watching you dig into our game.
Rumble is easily the best mobile game I've ever played.
Building, the nail-biting finishes.
But I still just have like a hard time, like, I don't know. I work from home, so it's like
And on
I don't have much need for a mobile game
you pick Team Jaina almost 10% more.
because I have my
But
computer.
maybe,
You
most
know.
importantly, you've summoned over 1 billion angry chickens. That's 2 billion chicken wings.
Cut.
In just a
Going back to
second,
one.
we're
Jeremy, we're trying to shoot Rumble here.
Oh, Rumble? Oh, I know a little bit about that. Scoot the camera. Cool. Awesome. When we started working on Warcraft Rumble, we wanted to make something that harkened back to our strategy roots. Like the first time I booted up Warcraft 2 on my dad's Power Mac 7100 66 AV. I'm stoked to play those new remasters. But we also wanted to do something in our universe that we'd never done before.
StarCraft.
So we started imagining that maybe somewhere in the Hearthstone Tavern, there was a mysterious arcade machine that printed
We're gonna put
miniature versions
StarCraft in
of
Rumble.
heroes and villains of Azeroth and zapped them to life for you to collect and command. In those kind of early
I also
days,
love the
when we were
minis, like their art style.
Warcraft Rumble, we wanted a sense of tactility. We wanted to be able to pick up and touch the art that we were creating inside of the computer. So some of us went and printed minis and painted them up.
Oh
like
man.
this.
Oh yeah, they
And
did
that's
release a
kind
bunch
of
of
really where all
models
this came
so you could
from.
print them
All
yourself.
these minis were
I wish
painted
I
by
should
our
go and do
team.
that.
And well, if I'm a little bit biased, but this little guy's my favorite.
What does that say underneath?
Oh, under here? Oh, it says Jeremy. But we've done more than paint minis since our game launched. We've added new dungeons and at least one new mini every single season. We've got the Dark Moon Fair, new zones, and a whole new family feud experience in the game. We added our first raid, Molten Core, and laid siege to Stormwind. In our latest season, we even bust down the doors of Ironforge. And we ain't stopping there, are we, Vic?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. Starting right now, if you hop into Rumble, we're running our first anniversary event with some truly excellent loot.
We're celebrating 1 year of Warcraft Rumble, so if you jump in after the stream, you'll be able to snag some super cool rewards, like the very valuable...
They're having to condense the announcements so quickly. They're putting QR codes on screen, gang.
Okay, have you scanned this thing yet?
We've also been working on
Rather than just like telling you, they're like, here, please scan so you can read this in the background. We're having to go fast.
that don't fit so cleanly into just one of our families. So we're adding split leaders. These leaders belong to 2 families at the same time, which really expands the possibilities of how you build out your armies. And we're not just adding 1 split leader, we're starting with 3. Up first, fighting for the Alliance and Cenarian families, is Malfurion Stormrage. And representing the Horde and Blackrock families, we got Chieftain and former War Chief Orgrim Doomhammer. And finally, leading Undead
Anubarak.
Anubarak. But
Undead and Beast faction leader. That's sick.
We're going to be reworking one that we released this time last year. Sylvanas Windrunner is finally taking her rightful place among both the Horde and Undead. We've got an awesome season ahead of us and can't wait for you to check it out. We'll be right there with you. To our amazing fans, thank you for an incredible first year of Warcraft Rumble.
All right, we are a little under with the halfway point through the thing. And it's just Warcraft now, right? World of Warcraft, I mean.
But there was one more thing we wanted to talk
Oh,
about.
no.
Jeremy? Right? There was one more thing we wanted to talk about, right?
Oh, desktop.
Nope. That's all I had. See you later.
Desktop. Desktop. Sylvanas for midnight. She kind of has to show up, right? I don't know if she could. What's going on here? Q for LFR? Okay. Desktop. Let's fucking go. Bro, pitching Rumble as the game to do while you're in a WoW queue. That's genius. We are so Warcraft brain. I need a second Warcraft game to play while I'm waiting in my World of Warcraft queue. Yeah, desktop. Let's go. December 10th. Okay. Battle between queues. That's the tagline. That's the tagline. Oh my god. Waiting in Rumble queue on LFR queue. Yeah, you have Hearthstone. And if that doesn't work, then you can play Warcraft 1, 2, or 3. All right, World of Warcraft. Let's go. Lock in, chat. Lock in.
When the game first came out in 2004, I remember Facebook had just launched. I'd been in the game industry for a handful of years when I picked up WoW, and I was in awe. Even when I was running about and exploring on my Night Elf Hunter, I made friends who would group with me and tackled just about anything, including helping me save 40 gold for my first mount. I loved it. I still do, just like many of you. And as most of you know, the game saw absolutely explosive growth in the early years and brought multiplayer gaming to the mainstream. That in turn created countless friendships, camaraderie, and escape for people every day. It still does 20 years later. We dug into our history and discovered that across 2 decades, together, we've accumulated 1 billion days of time played in Azeroth.
Wow. That's a lot of time.
So many of you have joined us over the years. Some of you have met partners in the world and gotten married. Some of you have even named your kids and pets after characters and locations in the game. Veterans from all over the world. Those who are hearing or visually impaired or have physical challenges. We've welcomed seniors, even whole families playing together with their kids, and so many more who call our world home. No matter who you are, when you come to Azeroth, you can live how you want and be who you want to be. It's a gift for so many, and certainly to us. We feel it every day.
I like World of Warcraft.
One of those special stories.
Oh, not Italy. I'm going to cry.
On Netflix,
No. I cry every time.
Remarkable Life of Evelyn. Maud Steen, who played a character.
If you haven't watched this on Netflix yet, go watch it. It's so good. You will cry, though. You will cry.
He suffered from Duchenne muscular dystrophy for most of his life and fought it courageously alongside his incredible family, who I'm proud to have met and fallen in love with. Because of Mott's and his role-play guild called Starlight, his family discovered the power of online game communities and advocate for gaming around the world as a source of joy and
I'm so jealous of this movie though when it comes to like camera shots because you can't make those
Sadly,
in
Mott's was taken from this world.
like
and
YouTubers
Azeroth
aren't able to make those
far too
shots.
soon.
Like that camera movement, we can't do that.
Because of Mott's and stories like his, we were inspired to create a charity pet program for classic and our modern game to support Cure Duchenne, a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and extending the lives of those affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We want to thank you in advance for giving to this cause.
Yeah, it's completely animated, but the way it replicates the lighting is also really hard to do unless you like work with the WoW team to replicate it. Anyways, I gotta buy that pet. I keep forgetting to.
Mott's created for his busy roleplay life in Azeroth.
Because the $90 Brutosaur came out like 2 days before it.
Right now, we have our 20th anniversary celebration running in-game. We've got modernized Tier 2 armor sets, classic time walking, new world bosses, trading post items, rewards, and more with all that nostalgic flavor. In the War Within expansion that we released a few months ago,
Oh, a
we've
classic
taken the leap
plus.
into the first
100%,
chapter of
right?
the World Soul Saga. More coming on that. And of course, classic is
On the World Soul Saga, more coming on that. That's midnight. We're about to find out about
We're
midnight.
the thundering heart of World of Warcraft and always have been. Stay tuned as we share what we are serving up for you. And thanks for making Azeroth a place you call home.
Yeah, give me classic.
Hey everyone! Clay and I are so excited to be here today during this anniversary celebration to talk about what's coming up for WoW Classic.
I can't believe that after 20 years, my Orc Warrior is still finding new adventures in Azeroth. Shout out to all my buds on Tichondrius.
Feels like just yesterday I was on my Night Elf Druid, ganking some buddies on the Tenaris realm.
How long will War Within be? 18 months. They've already stated that. It's gonna be 18 months, so 2 major patches.
Terrible legacy, which has breathed new life into the original classic experiences. I'm not sure anything.
We're gonna get Classic Plus and Mop Classic, right?
Not only about what
There's some data mine mounts that kind of give away that Mop Classic is coming, like a Shaw Tiger and a Shaw Cloud Serpent.
In Season of Discovery, we loved watching you use your new class.
Leech Remix would be announced in the retail version. I don't think they'd announce it in this part.
And team up to defeat Ragnaros
And Legion
and
Remix,
Baron.
that'd be
We're
like
looking
season
forward to
4.
the
I feel like they
18
would save that
more
announcement
very
for next
soon
year.
here, which will lead right into the launch of the Encourage raid.
We'll see.
This will bring new changes and surprises that we can't wait to bring to you. Fun new mechanics, difficulty changes, new rewards. You know us well enough by now to know exactly how we'll mix it up as you wager your sanity for ancient Kiraji riches.
Beyond that, for Season of Discovery, we have one more phase to come. We previously announced we will progress through all the phases of the original Classic era. So get ready not only for Naxxramas, but new instance content featuring the Scarlet Crusade, as well as adventures in Deadwind Pass.
Ooh, that's exciting because Season of Discovery is canon.
Classic. Recently launched the legendary
So Scarlet Crusade instance, if that adds any new lore, it's gonna be canon.
Besting Ragnaros and his feet, and are hopefully a few steps closer to getting your very own Dragon Wrath staff. We're looking forward to bringing you the final phase of Cataclysm Classic when our Hour of Twilight patch and Dragon Soul raid launch early next year. I know
God,
the Classic
Cataclysm
players
Classic
out there
was
must be
fast.
curious where we're going next.
Mop.
But let's be honest, you know where we're going next.
Ooh, one of these trailers. Let's go. I love pandas. Okay, but Classic ends with Mop, right? Because then we get WoD Classic. And are we going to do Legion Classic in like a year? Like at that pace, we'd be doing Legion Classic at the end of midnight. Actually, at this pace, we would be doing Dragonflight Classic at the end of The Last Titan. You imagine Dragonflight Classic and The Last Titan? Because we are zipping through these. Funny thing is, I'm gonna have to pre-order this so I get the Shaw mount. Probably won't play.
The Classic
Mop
team
Classic.
is proud to announce that Mists of Pandaria Classic is coming, and we can't wait to bring it to you next summer. With its legendary class design and incredible raids and dungeons, set amongst a gorgeous environment and backed by an unforgettable.
Oh, that music, is that new?
Traveling back to experience
A
all
remix?
that Pandaria has to offer together.
Oh, Way of the Monk. I played this on loop when I leveled my Brewmaster for the first time.
Pandaria Classic is super exciting for all of us, as well as Season of Discovery, and we love that we'll continue to be on that journey with you. But we know...
There we go.
Internet,
Classic
and
Plus.
We've heard some of you out there. You want something...
Oh, fresh. Okay. Classic Fresh
Which
servers.
is why we are so pleased to announce that we are bringing you the Classic.
Classic. Let's go.
All new Fresh Realms with the
Classic.
Classic 20th Anniversary Edition. And it's happening soon.
How soon, Clay?
Actually soon. These realms will be going live
Oh,
next
man.
week on November 21st, but you won't have to rush to level 60. Classic is all about the journey after all. As we've made a change, and our first raid, Molten Core, won't unlock for a few weeks after launch.
Ooh.
We'll be launching realms of all flavors. PvP, normal PvE, and, for the very first time, Hardcore. which will
Hardcore fresh.
Through the phases in lockstep with the other two. This means a fresh start for everyone at the same
All right,
time,
Rush.
together on a
There you
level
go.
playing
You're
field,
gone.
fresh
Goodbye.
economies on very large realms.
If you missed out on jumping into WoW Classic's initial launch in 2019, this is the perfect time to join our community. These servers will also launch with some of the quality of life features that came later on, like the Chronogoon Displacer to save your world buffs, and the improved PvP honor ranking system. And yes, we're also pleased to announce that these realms will progress to the Burning Crusade Classic.
Okay. Are they gonna progress again to Wrath and then to Cataclysm? Like,
Launching these servers close to the exact date.
and then
World of
when
Warcraft came out
those servers
20
get to
years
Mob
ago,
Classic, are there gonna be
alongside
new
all
Classic
the
servers?
Season of Discovery.
Are we just gonna do this every 5 years?
Pandaria Classic means so much to us. We love this game, and we love the community that has made Classic Realms their home alongside their friends.
From all of us on the Classic team, thank you. This amazing journey is one that's been co-written by you, our incredible community.
Yeah, retail. Yeah, we're retail fans here. Let's go.
Hi everyone, we're in the middle of such an incredible moment
Hi,
in World of
Ian.
Warcraft. The World Soul Saga kicked off in August with the launch of The War Within, and we have been so excited to dive into the expansion alongside all of you. Whether you enjoy raiding, dungeons, delves, PvP, collecting appearances, testing
Ian's been
mounts,
hard at work,
role-playing,
Spippy.
or
He's
exploring
locked
the world,
in.
we hope you found a part of Azeroth that brings you joy. It's humbling to be standing here on the eve of WoW's 20th anniversary. Looking back, 20 years ago, I was fresh out of school and I had just seen enough of the beta to know that I needed to play this game, and then immediately stopped to avoid spoiling the experience for myself. I'd booked a couple days off work for launch and was looking forward to really diving.
Did you guys know that the mathematically impossible joke comes from him? It was like a forum post he made about 40-man Cthulhu back when he was a player.
How this game would in so many ways define
Like he coined the phrase mathematically impossible. Ooh. Undermine.
So, let's talk about what's coming up for World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Starting with what's on the horizon. We have 1107 Siren Isle, which
Yeah,
is
we know.
currently up on our public test realms. This update will go live next month, and it has something for everyone. On the narrative front, this update includes epilogue quest lines for Dalaran and the Kirin Tor. No spoilers, but this storyline features the mysterious Haranir, who also played a starring role in our expansion release cinematic. We'll also get into the prologue for where we're going next, but more on that in a minute.
That's right.
1107 also, of course, brings its namesake, the Siren Isle, a new outdoor environment to explore, full of mysteries to uncover, and rewards to help catch up your alts and prepare for the next War Within season ahead.
There's a teaser of a
Thunderstorm is returning.
cinematic that is
Thunderstorm
Goblin
to
and
give you more
Haranir.
flexibility in earning your rewards instead of that linear renown track. Also making a return will be the latest iteration of our Turbulent Timeways event and a Winter Veil revamp.
Christmas.
We can't wait for you all to experience this update next month. As an additional treat for those of you invested in the story of the War Within, we'll be releasing a novella that explains exactly what happened to Jaina and Thrall after they left
Let's
us.
go!
This novella is narrated by none other than Chris
Let's
Messina,
go!
and available today.
Yeah, it's available today. I know what I'm doing today.
I know many of you have already seen 1107, but you have to be wondering where the War Within is going to take us after that. Okay, so following Xal'atath's trail is going to lead us to a location that I've been personally excited about since we first settled on the idea of an underground expansion.
The Undermine.
Undermine, the capital of the Goblins' trade empire. Fittingly, our name for the 11.1 patch is Undermined with a D.
Ooh.
This is a city unlike any city
This is
we've
goofy.
seen
I like
before
it.
in World of Warcraft, standing as a testament to the intelligence and creativity of the goblins as masters of technology and alchemy. And as our adventures continue, we will learn more about goblin culture than ever before. What's important to them.
Yeah, I know
what problems
Zaxxas
they're
is
trying to
losing his
solve,
mind right now.
What they're capable of as a society.
about-
Everything that makes them truly unique, beyond the humor and the explosions. Though, just to be clear, there's going to be a whole lot of explosions. You'll arrive at an Undermine.
Culture lore,
plunged
culture
into
lore.
Conflict between the 4 major goblin cartels: Steamweedle, Blackwater, Bilgewater, and of course, the Venture Company. You will align yourself with a group of your choice and run into
Oh, we gotta
notorious
join a
goblins
company?
like Monty Gaslow, Renzik the Shiv, Baron Revelgaz, Marin Noggenfogger, and more. Now, if you're going to be in cahoots with a goblin cartel, you can't be seen rolling around in anything less than a truly blinged out ride. So early on, you'll earn a vehicle designed just for Undermine to push the boundaries of locomotion within World of Warcraft. Undermine was built for speed, with roads designed for driving.
Dynamic
which is just
dynamic
as
ground
well,
mounts.
because this car travels much, much faster than your regular ground mounts. You can also further adjust your car's driving characteristics.
Oh my god, it's dynamic
Do you
ground
prefer
mounts.
grip, or do you want to drift more? Do you want more acceleration, even if it's going to come at the expense of your top speed?
Oh my
It's up
God.
to you. You can try it all.
Give me racing. Oh my god, are we gonna get a Warcraft
Your
cart?
life 440 yards at a time.
Holy shit, Warcraft cart.
We'll also be adding a new dungeon in Undermined, Operation Floodgate, which is a race to stop a group of goblins from blowing a dam that would bring ruin to the Ringing Deeps. This dungeon will also be immediately available as part of our new Season 2 dungeon pool on Heroic, Mythic, and Mythic Plus difficulties, alongside the 4 other launch dungeons and 3 returning legacy dungeons.
Okay.
Now, we'll have many more
Is there gonna be
details
a mega dungeon still?
but I can tell you that one of those legacy dungeons, naturally,
Motherlode.
in light of our goblin theme here,
Motherlode.
is the Motherlode
Yeah.
from Battle for Azeroth.
Had to be.
Continuing
Had to
build
be.
upon one of our favorite parts of the War Within, this new zone brings with it 2 new delves for you to explore, and we're creating new variations on the existing delves.
Sorry about the dog.
We're also
He's really excited.
seasonal updates to Bran Bronzebeard, a new adversary to follow Zekir.
Oh, we're still having
and
Bran.
A new set of goblin-inspired curios for Bran. Of course, a new
So
season
Delve
also
Companions are an
a new racer
expansion
with
thing.
an 8-boss raid
Not a
called
seasonal
the
thing.
Liberation of Undermine coming your way, which takes you through
Ooh.
the streets of the city and into the magnificent Galagio, brimming with color and extravagance
Ooh.
that also hides the dark secrets of its owner, the one and only Gallywix. And for the arena PvPers out there, we're also introducing a new arena map set right amidst the city. Now, some of you may be wondering how Xal'atath fits into all of this, and how goblin politics relate to the fate of our world soul. But rest assured, Undermine plays a vital role as a continuation, a next chapter in the many stories that are unfolding in the War Within. We will have a lot more to share on that front in the months ahead. And that is just the beginning of what we have planned for the next year. Now, as
There
you
we
can
go.
see, 2025 is
Expansion
going to be
reveal
an
in the summer.
incredible year for both modern and classic WoW players.
Warband backgrounds. Warband backgrounds was in 11.1.
As the
Called it.
Warfall saga continues to unfold, we are reflecting on these past 20 years with immense gratitude as we lay the foundations upon which to build the next 20. On behalf of the entire World of Warcraft team, thank you so much for being the heart of the history of Azeroth. Whether you've just joined our community, been with us for the last 2 decades, or somewhere in between, thank you for making Azeroth your home. And speaking of home,
Oh my God. What do you mean home? No, 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 no. Holy shit. Is it player housing? Oh my God. Holy shit. The Mad Lads did it. Player housing is real. When? In midnight. Okay. Okay. Player housing in midnight.
Thank you for joining us today and for being with us for the past 3 decades. The Warcraft universe is a living, breathing world that's been experienced by over 250 million players around the globe. That's millions of stories.
Holy shit.
Laughter,
Who predicted player housing?
And as the years have passed and our community
I thought you were crazy. Holy shit, you did it.
Reminds us all how important Warcraft is and continues to
We
be.
got player housing before
It serves
Worgen
as a reminder
Shamans.
of our shared passion for building Azeroth together. And it's you who truly bring Warcraft to life, our players and the communities you
I'll go
are a
through
part
chat
of.
after stream.
Thank you for
Find
being
who
the
predicted
lifeblood
it.
of this world that means so much to all of us. 30 years of history is the perfect foundation upon which we will build.
Oh wait, we
a
all
bright
get
future
player
ahead.
housing
We can't wait
in
to walk that
Silvermoon,
road
revamped
alongside you.
Silvermoon.
And before we go, we want
So
to
that
do
house was
something
like
very
clearly like
special.
a Stormwind style,
September,
human style house. So like I don't think it'd be limited to like the new city or
to
something.
celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with a series of concerts in Switzerland. Prepare to dive back into the history of World of Warcraft through its incredible soundtrack performed live. And whether this music invokes cherished memories or you're hearing some of these pieces for the first time, we hope you enjoy the performance. Here's to the next 30 years.
Whose dog is that? Who brought the dog? Also, that's gonna be great B-roll for a video. It's really hard to get like good dev team shots. Yeah, yippee. Yeah, get the 6 yippies in there. Oh, Annalise, was it you? Okay. I'll go through the chat logs after stream and verify and send you the gifted sub. Holy shit. Okay. Player housing is coming to World of Warcraft. Never thought I'd see the day. Now we got the concert. So what I think we'll do here, gang, is we'll let the concert kind of start up, and it'll be background music for when we go through Wowhead now, because I want to go look at that roadmap. What's crazy is they showed us a 2025 roadmap, and then like for 3 seconds, they did not dwell on that shit at all. All right. Wowhead, I got you. Are you crashing, Wowhead? Okay. Liberation of Undermine. Gallywix is the oh, Gallywix is dead. Player housing, right? Nope. Undermined. God, they're having to lightning fast these posts. Did they post the roadmap yet? God, player housing. That's crazy. Yeah, I noticed in the background it had all the collectibles, so I wonder if you're going to be able to like put things on your walls and stuff. Like a Nixia's head and stuff. Okay, there's the roadmap. Okay. So 11.1, Undermine, new raid, new dungeon. Drive, I'm guessing that's dynamic ground mounts, new delves, or tower mound. Warband UI, Warband camp collections. That's gotta be backgrounds. Season 2. 11.15, and Nightfall. Horrific Visions revisited? Yo? Hold up, Horrific Visions. Children's Week, Story and Quest, Turbulent Timeways. 11.2, new world events, new dungeon, new raid. New dungeon in 11.2? Okay, so instead of a mega dungeon, we're getting new dungeons every major patch. Okay. New open world, warband updates, brewfest updates, season rewards refresh. Okay. 21st anniversary. Okay, I like how 1127 is the most like unknown thing ever. Also, what's that at the end there? What is this? This little triangle. What is that? Anyone know what that is? Okay. Is that our, that should be like our Mop Remix Plunderstorm style thing, right? That must be some sort of like new mode. Like how they just gave us like Pandemonium before, or the pirate flag. Yeah, like there's the Plunderstorm pirate flag. Is that, it doesn't really look troll to me. Cause that's like a, but it's not 1126 either. Cause this pirate flag on the season 4 roadmap was, is that player housing? Could that be like the item that we use to, I wonder if player housing comes in pre-patch. Earthen maybe? Huh. Because like maybe we have like a Hearthstone to go back home. Maybe that's the home Hearthstone. Because it kind of looks like a home, right? Like it's a little roof with a little door on the front. Yeah, that's, yeah, like a home Hearthstone. Because it looks like a Hearthstone, but like gold and black, you know? Instead of white and blue. It's like literally an inverse Hearthstone. And it looks like a little home on the front. Huh. Launch in December. Okay. I feel like we kind of knew that already. Liberation of Undermine. I'm excited for this. Ooh, Hobgoblin. Do you think that there's gonna be a raid fight with dynamic driving? Like you're gonna have to like drive around a track and like hit targets in order to enter a DPS phase or something? Or like Tindril where we have to like drive to the next platform or something? Oh man, I'm excited for this. That's so stupid looking. I love it. All right, where was the roadmap? Wasn't it here? Okay, it looks like Wowhead agrees. It looks like a stylized Hearthstone. Oh wait, they're saying that this kind of suggests that Midnight's story starts in our house. Like the adventures, like something happens in the adventurer's home. God, this is wild. Okay, so I'm guessing that player housing is going to come out like with pre-patch. Or at least like before pre-patch, maybe. I don't know. I can't see like 11.27 coming out. There being like player housing added just like midway through and then pre-patch a few weeks later. I feel like that has to be pre-patch. But then they would put it there, you know? Because, you know, this timeline, if that's player housing right there, that kind of suggests that, like, player housing is coming to the game a little over a year from now. Because, like, this is January, February. Probably January, whatever this is. Or December. Wait, no, that's December. That is, yeah. That's December. I'm so done. I forget that December is also winter. Oops. And this is 2025 roadmap. 1 second. Dog's going crazy. He's really excited for player housing. Oh my gosh, RPers, dude. We gotta prepare.
Celebrating the immersive soundscapes of World of Warcraft, a game that has captivated millions around the world for more than 2 decades.
Concert
the
here.
World of Azeroth has been brought to life
I wish I got
by
to go to
a
this.
stunning array of musical compositions, each one enhancing the epic stories, majestic landscapes, and intense adventures that define this iconic game. These compositions have become a beloved soundtrack to the adventures and battles faced by countless heroes. As you listen tonight, allow yourself to be transported through time and space as we explore some of the most memorable and powerful pieces from each expansion.
Interesting for us with the characters who are canonically homeless.
And enjoy the
Yeah, you're kind of being told to get a home. Compulsory home ownership. All right, gang. So there's a new novella out. There's Warcraft 1, 2, and 3 out now. We're all going to be staring at Wowhead all day. So I think we're actually going to end stream here. And then the direct is over. Thanks for, oh my God, that was so many announcements. Player housing, holy shit. Thanks for the first stream on YouTube. It's great to be back. I really like streaming on YouTube. This is great. And thank you guys so much for chasing me to this platform. I was a little, worried, switching platforms. But you guys are all here, so. Oh man, I really appreciate all of you. Thank you. All right. See y'all around.